If your client is secretly trying to replace you, you'll feel it way before they even say a word. I'm going to break it down in the story. So let's talk about Marcus. Marcus showed up like he always did. Clean, ready, battery sharp. He was a drone operator. Top-notch drone operator at that. The kind of guy contractors call when they needed flawless aerial footage. I'm talking like not just those sloppy speed ramps. I'm talking real professional drone footage, cinematic, everything. And he didn't just fly, he over-delivered. The company that hired him, well, they acted grateful at first, and I'm sure they were, but every time he came through, he handed them crisp 4K shots and they couldn't get enough. And they were almost jealous that they had to kind of hire someone outside to get this done. See, a lot of contractors, they buy these drones and they think they could fly them themselves, and they realize soon that they make an ass out of themselves, and then they got to hire somebody. And I swear, it's not even about the money. They just don't, it hurts their pride. Not all, but a lot of them, it hurts their pride that they got to go reach out for help instead of hiring that in-house. But anyway, let's get into it. So look, one day, something changed on the job for Marcus. He noticed that they had this new guy who suddenly appeared and seemed like he was trying to shadow him. A quiet dude named Aaron. He wasn't rude, he wasn't loud, but he was just there just taking notes and watching on behalf of the company. And, he would say, he's just here to help everybody and he likes the drone, so he's just going to hang around. But Marcus knew what they were trying to do. So watching Marcus, this guy would really pick up on a lot of things and ask questions like, hey, I noticed that you used this ND filter on the drone. Why you did that? Or watching the way he scouted wind pockets, or watching like his takeoff checklist. It's like a helicopter, so you got to have the little takeoff checklist. He's watching the screen. He's watching how Marcus handles the controller. And he's always just watching the drone, even when it's not flying, honestly. And so each flight, the questions got longer. Like, Aaron started asking Marcus, hey, bro, what does this button do? Or, hey, bro, what brand is the battery that you're using? Hey, bro, what frame rate did you use for this one and why? See that? He's always asking, you see the drone? How can you see the drone from that far? How do you know where it is? Or what insurance are you using? So at first, Marcus, he tried not to think anything of it. Couple of questions, whatever. But then it clicked. Marcus realized he wasn't being shadowed. He was being studied. He almost felt betrayed, Not that these clients were, his close friends or anything, but he thought they were really cool, like they really rocked with him. Well, he learned wrong. And he realized Aaron wasn't just curious. He was low-key his training, his replacement in training. And worst of all, Marcus wasn't even getting paid for it. This kid Aaron was soaking up all these free gems for free. See, the company wanted drone work, but they didn't want to pay the drone rates. Well, at least not for a long time. So instead of being honest, they tried this sneaky route. They hired Marcus, who's a professional for now. Made it seem like he was there for a long time. They had all these big projects. Yeah. Same thing they always say. But they hired this kid, Aaron, to study the professional for free. And the plan was to replace the professional the moment Aaron, the newbie, got good enough. Or they thought. So, this is classic freelance warfare right here. Check this out. Marcus didn't even confront Aaron because he knew Aaron wasn't the enemy. Aaron was just simply doing what his boss told him to. Watch, copy, and learn. So Marcus, he did what most rookies don't even have the heart to do. Obviously, because he's not a rookie. He went straight to the boss, respectfully. Hey, listen, I don't mind explaining what I'm doing here and there, but I'm realizing your guy is just studying me kind of, like he's training, boy, like he's running a training course. And if you want me to train him, cool, but you're going to have to pay me for that service. Otherwise, I kind of got to get him out of here off my back so I could deliver top quality results like I always do, man. Come on. And he was respectful, like I said. He was clear, and he kept it professional. Simple and plain. The boss nodded. He smiled. He pretended to understand. Yeah, I get you, Marcus. No worries. We'll keep him away. It's not even like that. Right. Next week, Aaron was back again. Still asking questions here and there, trying to make it seem like less obvious, but Marcus knew that Aaron was still watching him. And that's when Marcus realized, if a client ignores your boundaries once, it's an accident. Accident, free and square, it's just an accident. But you see, when they do it twice, it's intentional. And if they do it a third time, they're just preparing to do something at that point. So, knowing how it feels to get dropped when you least expect it, Marcus wasn't about to let that happen to him. So he made the smartest move he could ever make in his whole career. And he didn't blow up. He didn't act petty. He didn't confront the trainee, aka Aaron. He just exited gracefully. He finished the job, he delivered the footage, and he sent the invoice as usual. And after he got paid, he sent a nice, clean, simple message. Hey, I appreciate the opportunity, but I don't think I want to continue working in this situation. It feels like I'm training this kid. I'm just here to do my job, nothing more, nothing less. And I told you the boundaries regarding that, and he's still doing it. Now, the boss, like most bosses who don't like being called out no matter how respectful you call them out, he responded with the casual, okay, thanks. Like it was nothing. Now here's the cold part. 2 months later, company called Marcus back to work again. And why? Because training someone to fly is the easy part. And it's not really that easy, but that's the easy part. Teaching someone to deliver like a professional, that's the part that's, you can't teach that. You just can't. And it didn't work with Aaron. So Aaron, he could get the drone up. He was all right, but his footage was shaky. His framing was terrible. His lighting was off. I could go on forever. His color grading was trash. The insurance they skipped came back to bite them. Insurance meaning Aaron was the insurance that they thought that they had in place, and it just made them look crazy. They didn't replace Marcus in the long run. They ended up replacing their quality. That's what got replaced. And Marcus said no. He didn't even take them back as a client. He said no. Kept it pushing. He wasn't desperate. And see, now that's the real move right there. When a client tries to replace you behind your back, you don't got to fight them. You don't got to beg for loyalty. You don't got to defend yourself. You definitely don't chase. Just simply walk away, because the second you feel like a teacher instead of a professional is the minute the job already changed. And the moment you step back and reclaim your value, you become the person they know they can't replace, and they won't even try it. Or they tried it, they failed, and they can't get you back. Simple and plain. And like I said, I speak from experience. Now look, a lot of these guys think that what you do is easy. You know, me, I'm in the videography, filmmaking field, depending on what I'm doing, you know. Mainly shooting for construction and real estate. Sometimes people think that it's the equipment that makes you, but it's really your skills and your dedication to it that makes you. And they try to replace you and end up looking... Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, like, shout out to my guy Double O. He told me this back in the day. He said a lot of people try to go over and end up under. So freelancers, always remember, you became a freelancer so you could tell people, I'm trying not to curse on here, but let's just say you could tell them to go to hell when they start acting up. We're going to leave it simple and plain like that. Soak in the gems. I speak off experience. I'll see you on the next one.